a season ago. Monte Morris brings it up court. Hands it off to Michael Porter Jr. Here's Jokic. Thought about it, now releases, and hits nothing but bottoms. But there you see some of the ball handling skills of Nikola Jokic, and boy, pretty spry and quick getting out of the break too. Porter Jr. around the screen, launching the long two, and nothing but net. Off the turnover, Ayton. Now Joker. Aaron Gordon goes quick on the baseline, rising up, and that's what he said he wants to do more of this year, Richard. Missed it at the rim, and here's Jokic. Suns get back in transition on defense. Morris left it short. Suns get back in transition on defense. Morris left it short. Porter Jr. Jokic spins inside. Man, he is so fluid and nimble. Inside for Ayton. Crowder with the triple three. Left it short. Here's Michael Porter Jr. Gives it up to Gordon, has all day to tee it up, and drills one.
And now those are the threes you want from him. One thing I always used to tell the referees is, like, there's no way all three people got all ball.
That's a good argument.
It's like, you know, all three of them got all ball.
They lead it by 7. Booker. Ooh. Had a little one on him in Campazzo, and then Porter with the steal. Michael Porter Jr., tough shot, no good. Tipped up and in by a very active and ubiquitous Aaron Gordon.
Of the night. Now Booker trying to get away from Facu, intercepted by Porter. Porter, 2 men to beat, gonna ride it home. Hang, no, tip, yes! Aaron Gordon with the follow. We mentioned Porter.
Yeah, Roger Murray, Jamal's father, is a loving and doting father, and as a youngster, growing up in Kitchener, Ontario, which is about an hour west of Toronto. Yeah, Roger Murray, Jamal's father, is a loving and doting father, and as a youngster, growing up in Kitchener, Ontario, which is about an hour west of Toronto. I really think, Richard, the Grizzlies are one of my dark horse picks. I like what John Morant did in the playoffs last year. They actually went into Utah, remember, and stole game 1 in that series. Gordon with a post up. Couldn't get the handle, and a whistle and a foul going to go. Baseline pass off the hammer play, and Bridges misses the corner 3, and back the other way. The Nuggets can make it a 5-point game here. Barton out front.
Multiple movements. There's a high pick and roll into a down screen, into a reverse screen, into a flip. So you have to guard multiple things if you're guarding against that Phoenix Suns team. Offensive foul. Multiple movements. There's a high pick and roll into a down screen, into a reverse screen, into a flip. So you have to guard multiple things if you're guarding against that Phoenix Suns team. Offensive foul. Not only can he do that, but he can stop and pop a 3 and also drop a dime for somebody.
Chris Paul, everything but the bucket. Denver can pull to within 2 here. Porter Jr. into the paint, fouled, counted. MPJ with a chance for the 3-point play.
Jokic, and then he also has to protect the rim.
10 points for Michael Porter Jr., who recently signed a 5-year.
Because you can be a very good team defender without being an individual defender. So I think that should be the next growth for him, is understanding all the defensive schemes.
Nice pass inside. Good team play by Michael Porter Jr. Finds Jokic.
Doesn't need it. Has all the money in the world. He could play golf every single day if he wants, but to go back and get his education and contribute to the HBCUs is just huge. So shout out to my guy Swish.
1-point lead for the Denver Nuggets. Barton in the front court. Off the flare screen. One more pass. Gordon inside. And that's what Aaron Gordon could do and can do. ACL rehab still. Booker inside. Partially tipped and off the turnover. Porter Jr. Thought about it. Reloads. Hit nothing but bottom. Michael Porter Jr. Spent a little time with family, then down to North Carolina, Chapel Hill, where he went to school and got his lab work and summer work done there in the gym. And Michael Porter Jr. must have one of the silkiest jumpers in the league, Richard. Ball hands it off to Booker. Booker with a nice hezzy. Missed it off glass.
Pick and roll, hit everybody, and then knock down those little free throw jumpers, because they just seem a little bit out of ordinary right now.
Great block by Bridges on Michael Porter Jr. Approaching 3.5 to go. Jokic on the post up. Weak side corner, Porter Jr. Off the Jokic screen. They got the switch. Porter Jr. Mid-range jumper. And rebounded by Booker.